Hello everybody, I am back with another video on the Ultimaker 3 Extended. The main reason is that I had another strange failure on this part where you see that the rest of the layers are missing. The print core was not clogged, the rest of the print was just a big bunch of spaghetti. And so I don't know what the reason was, but this gives me an opportunity to show you some interesting data that I have, because the reason is that I had a lot of electronic failures with the Ultimaker 3 last year. I have it for 2 years now. I had a lot of communication errors to the print cores and the part failing just in the middle of the night, or just bluntly stopping. A lot of strange failures, and this led me to decide that this year to keep track of all my failed or succeeded prints. And I have this data right here, so can be very interesting for you, I think. So this year, this is from January to September, I had about 44 good prints. Let me show you right here. So it counts, I have a counter there, 44 good prints. I keep track of which print core I use, the core 1 or the core 2. I have the brand of PLA and the color. You never know, it might make a difference. And so I put in some remarks when I set the temperature. There's a lot of discussion on PLA temperature still, even that might seem simple, but the Cura puts it on 206 degrees and my vendor is recommending 220. I don't know, it doesn't seem to make much of a difference. But the interesting part is, of course, the failures. Well, I can set it right here, choose fail. And now you see that this year I had 19 failures. Now, that might not seem a lot, 19 failures, but when you compare it to 44 succeeded, it's almost half the number of prints failed. Well, you could say if you total it, it's about 30% that fails. Well, what are the reasons for failing? I have that right here. So we have under extrusion, which are clock print cores, and some strange electronic failures. I mean, it exceeds realistic. That's when it tries to calibrate the bed height. I have that still a lot. It's been back to the vendor for that. They said they fixed it, but I guess they didn't. So this spreadsheet can be very interesting for communicating with a vendor, because they sometimes say, well, we never have that failure. And then you can say, well, I have a logbook. Do you have a logbook? Well, this can be very good. So what we see is here, for instance, the power outage in the house. Is that a failure of Ultimaker? I had the power a power outage in the house, and of course then the printer stops. Well, sort of, if in this price range, it would be good for the Ultimaker to have some kind of current buffer, some kind of power buffer, to at least either pause the print or reset it, so the print cores don't clog up and it doesn't get stuck halfway when the power fails. But so last year I printed with 0.4 print cores and I had a lot of clogging. I find that the print cores slowly clog up over time, so that's why I decided to buy 0.8 print cores. And it seems so far that they are much less prone to clogging, which would be logical, of course. But we will see that as I will have more data for you, maybe end of the year or next year, and I'll do another video. Anyway, if you buy an Ultimaker, check out the list on Ultimaker's website with the list of errors. I had plenty of those. I had a switch broken after 2 weeks, which is very strange. After the first 2 weeks I had it. So now you're asking me, are you happy with the Ultimaker? Well, I was keen to say no for a print in that price range to have this many failures. And again, so I had all the strange electronic failures mostly last year. Not so much this year. I don't know exactly what could be the reason for that. I've moved the printer from one location in the room to another location because I heard that the printers can sometimes get errors by electronic motors or maybe Wi-Fi doorbells or networks or whatever. Could also just be a plug, the power plug not being right or whatever, but moving it did help. And also it could be that, well, I moved the print cores, I took the print cores out several times, the 0.4 print cores. Maybe the contact pads got a little cleaner, because then I did not have the communication error so much. It's an error communicating to printhead. So I would say, are you happy? If you ask me if I'm happy, I would say no, but there is something about the Ultimaker that makes everything all right, which is dual color prints. And let me show you. If you print a dual color print like this, it absolutely makes everything right. This is a model of a canal house, Amsterdam canal house, that I made with in a dual color print. It's absolutely fantastic. I need to remove some support material, but if you try to paint windows white or whatever with paint, you'll never get a result like this. And yeah, this is just a first try, but yeah, this makes me so happy. So keep up the good work, and I will keep you informed. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.